Well, I advise a young man such as you and your camera person, uh, as time goes on, you become more fearful.
Okay.
Fearful and more like, isolated. Don't let that happen.
No.
Don't let that
So,
happen.
are you retired?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How many years have you been out in retirement?
In retirement, well, about 10 to 15. Yes, yes.
Okay. What industry were you in
I was
before?
into the criminal court and police, not policeman, but police
Uh huh.
civilian.
Ah.
And I did the interviews for the judge.
Oh wow.
Criminal court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
When was it time for you to retire, or you felt like you needed to retire? What was the impetus for?
I retired because I had a fall and I had a humongous herniated
Mm.
disc and I was bedridden for 6 months. So I
Oh
never
wow.
went back to working. So
Yeah.
that's what happened.
And was it a easy retirement transition? Was there anything mentally, emotionally, or even spiritually you had to wrestle with?
It was hard being like 37 years old and not being able to work and then suffering that herniated back disc. Um, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but
Mm.
eventually 65 came around,
Hmm.
and I had no choice because I really couldn't go back to work.
Yeah. And so, what do you do now to fill your days? Like, what brings you joy and purpose?
Take a look around here.
We
Our
come to the
granddaughter,
park.
my
We,
partner, we come to the park.
we
We
feed the dog.
we travel.
Hmm.
We've been to Puerto Rico. Uh,
Mexico.
we've been to where Lucy was born, which is
Oh, Jamestown. Yes, we've
Jamestown,
been
Jamestown.
to
Okay.
right?
Jamestown.
And we drove,
Okay.
and we drove.
And how long have you been retired?
I
Just
retired early at 62.
okay. And what industry were you in?
I was in check fraud in at the bank. I
Okay.
would do check fraud.
Ah, yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure that the checks. No one uses checks anymore.
Right.
But
Mm.
yeah, that's what I did at the bank.
And for you, was it an easy transition to not go from working to retirement?
Yes, very easy. I was looking forward to it. They were telling me, wait a little longer. No,
Yeah.
I was ready and I don't regret it.
What do you say to people who are in your age contingency who's having a very difficult time from retirement, where their identity was just very much into the job and they don't have that sense of purpose when they wake up in the
Well,
morning?
it's good to be social. I think it's good to be social. They have a lot of senior
Mm.
centers. Stay active, read,
Hmm.
keep your mind busy.
Hmm.
But most of all, is to be social. Friends are very important,
Hmm.
and that's what we do.
Okay. And how about you? What advice would you give to your age contemporaries around retiring?
I would say don't think that 70 is it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
no, I'm almost 70,
Uh-huh.
and I still feel like there's a lot more I can enjoy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and I encourage others
Hmm.
not to just stay home.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
you gotta move.
You
You
got to
gotta
move.
move.
yeah.
And for people who are younger, who's not thinking about retirement, but
Well,
what? Go ahead.
they should save some money.
Okay.
Save, because you never know.
Right.
Travel.
Hmm.
You need money to travel. That
Hmm.
sophisticates you. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the simple things. This is so easy for us. We live around here, and Central Park is like our backyard.
Hmm.
But also, go to the lakes, go to the beach. Just keep moving. You gotta move. And of course, if you have friends and you socialize, the chances of you moving around is better.
Last question. What are you most grateful for in retirement right now in your life? You both. Yeah.
I'm grateful for my grandchildren because they keep me going.
Hmm.
I have four of them. Um, what am I grateful for? Just life, just to be alive and to see young people and remembering when I was that age and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Movies, books,
Yeah.
just anything to keep active.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And how about you? What are you most grateful for in
I'm
your
most
life?
grateful for her.
Oh my goodness. Somebody's trying to get lucky tonight.
She's very funny that way. Anyway, no, I'm grateful for her. Look, I'm because of her. That's her granddaughter.
Yeah.
Lovely. And I met, her sons, and we're not married, but we're
But we've been
partnered. We've
together
been
for over
together for a long
15
time.
years.
I have a daughter who's in Florida,
Yeah.
and I'm happy just
Being
to be
alive.
to be here.
One question that came up last time was that a lot of people don't have partnership in retirement. Any advice for just people who are in your age contingency who's afraid to meet other people, to engage in a romantic kind of partnership, companionship?
Yeah, now with social media, we have to be careful, who you meet online and stuff. I met him in person,
Ah.
and we've been together for 15 years.
Hmm.
And having someone in your life is important.
Okay.
Socializing, keeping in touch
Uh-huh.
with people, with friends. What was the question?
Oh, just for like a lot of
Uh-huh.
people, we're finding in our research, they're afraid to meet new folks,
No,
especially
they
around
shouldn't be
Yeah,
companionship. And they want companionship, but they're afraid
Yes.
at that at this
Yes.
age.
yeah.
Yes, they should go to the community center, the senior citizen centers. That's a
Hmm.
nice way of having lunch and meeting people.
Hmm.
Um,
And what about you? What would you advise?
Well, I advise a young man such as you and your camera person. Uh, as time goes on, you become more
Okay.
fearful, and more like isolated. Don't let that happen.
no,
Don't let that happen.
Mhm.
I drive. I take my chances. I'm
you have to
70,
get out.
and we get out and we drive, and I deal with the hostility of New York, and I don't engage. I don't engage with them. I go,
That's why
listen.
we've lived this long.
That's right. You have a nice day. That's what I tell them.